So, Tima, today we're going to talk a little bit about how to win when it comes to prospecting. And this prospecting video is going to be specifically about how to convert leads. And, we've had a couple of lead videos already, but I think this is crazy, crazy, crazy important because I'm getting a lot of feedback that, someone's reached out to a lead once or twice, or maybe they sent them a text message instead of a phone call or an email. I mean, those are terrible, terrible ways to prospect. It really, really is. And especially when you're getting leads, because these leads are people. They're humans. They're like you and me. They're not, some robots off in some faraway land. They want to be treated like humans. And if they took the time to fill out information online and send it over to you, then they're pretty darn serious. It's not like you're calling out of a phone book or something. You know what I'm saying? So if they put their name, their phone number, maybe their email address, maybe even their address, maybe they've put in a second phone number, they really want to be reached. And calling them once is a disservice to you and, most importantly, to them. You need to follow up with them. You gotta, I think it was, the 4-2-1 rule, where you gotta call somebody 4 times, send them 2 messages, and leave 1 voicemail per day. There are a lot of different rules that you can do. The 4-2-1, I think, is really effective. If you want to write that down, you call them 4 times a day. You send 2 text messages, and you leave 1 voicemail. Don't be psychotic. Don't call them like 4 times in like 20 minutes. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But call them at different times. Sometimes people work during the day. Sometimes they work second shift. Sometimes they work third shift. Sometimes they work in the nights. So, I like to call people at, between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. They're normally either on the drive to work or they're getting ready for work. And that's the perfect time to schedule an appointment. Hello, ma'am or sir. What does your lunch hour look like? Should I give you a call after work? What's the best time for you, Mr. Client, who came through as a lead? What's a good time to schedule an appointment with you? Then try and get them around lunchtime. Most humans eat, and a lot of people eat lunch. Some people skip it and eat at their desk. Don't talk about one-off scenarios. Don't find the one reason why you can't do something. Find the million reasons why you can. So call them around lunchtime. You strike out there, send a voicemail, say, hey, listen, I'm going to call you after work. I apologize for not reaching you this morning. I apologize for not reaching you at lunch. I'm sending you a text message. I'll try you again this afternoon. My goal is to serve you best, Mr. Client or Mrs. Client, whoever the case might be. Then call them again after work, right? Sometimes, maybe twice, maybe back to back, like between 4 and 7 o'clock are some of your best times to reach people, because if they're anything like the people in my area, they're stuck in traffic, right? They got out of work at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and they're either on the tollway paying money to park, or they're just locked up. And they're more than happy to tell you about what they're looking for over the phone. So, and sometimes you got to call them back to back, because they're going to see this number and they're going to think, oh man, who is this person? Are they a telemarketer? Yes, you're a telemarketer. No, I'm just kidding. You are a professional that's trying to help them, right? So sometimes calling them back to back like that might think, oh my goodness, maybe it's an emergency. Because if you haven't reached them in the morning, you haven't reached them at lunch, you haven't reached them in the evening, it is an emergency. Because if you don't get a hold of them the first day, what are the chances are that they're going to go with you? Probably pretty slim, right? Extremely slim. I read some statistic that said, you have an 85% conversion if you call them within the first 5 minutes of application. So you can find a bajillion different statistics on Google. Take this to heart. 4-2-1 or more. Sometimes they can't talk. Sending them a text message is just wonderful for them. They might be in a busy environment. They might be able to text you all day long. Why do you only leave 1 voicemail? I personally like to leave 2 to 3 voicemails. I like to tell them sorry I missed you. I will call you again, or I will text you again. Now, something to note, write this down. Did I mention sending an email anywhere in there? Anywhere. Is 421. Do you hear email in there? Why? Well, many of us receive way too much junk mail. Do you put your junk mail email address when you're filling out an online thing that you may or may not be interested in? Probably. Who has more than one email? Raise their hand. Who has a junk mail? Raise their hand. So if you're sending them spam, don't do that. One, it's not professional. And two, it doesn't get results. Right? Put them onto a follow-up campaign? Sure. Don't email and be like, hello, would you like to apply today? No. Don't ask close-ended questions to begin with. That's in a different video. But anyhow, if you have any questions or feedback, please make a comment down in the comments below. But if you want to convert more business, 421 all day long, guys. Have a good one.